You're so successful. Is there anything about your character or your personality?
Indian accent.
I'm Nina Melendez, and this is a show about what's behind success and setbacks, all while making a sandwich. When you started your career, you were a physician in rural India. I'm curious if there's anything about those very early years that inform the person that you are today.
Yeah, one day when I was in the village, a young boy was brought to me for a psychiatric examination. And they said, he's gone mad, insane. I said, why? He just came from Delhi and he says, there are men on the moon. I said, it's true. I said, but the moon, that's our goddess. We worship the moon. But then I realized that everybody has their own reality.
Our reality now is that we're going to make sandwiches.
Yes.
I'm very excited. Can you tell me what the sandwich is called so that we're going to be
This
eating?
is a kathi roll with paratha, with paneer, which is a special type of milk, which is slightly cheesy, cheese-like, but it's not exactly cheese. Vegetables, that's potatoes, could be any mix of vegetables. Tomatoes, onions, and some yogurt chutney.
Okay, so first we start with the paratha, yeah? I'll grab mine.
Yeah.
Do you cook?
I used to cook a lot. These days, I let my wife do it.
I want to ask you about your book, Deepak. It's called Abundance, the Inner Path to Wealth.
Yeah.
I was very struck by the word inner, the inner path to wealth. Can you explain what you mean by that?
People seek success through hard work, exacting plans, discipline, and they get success, but they also get sick and stressed by the time they're middle-aged. The inner path to wealth is not just about money. I was inspired to write the book after I read a quote from Bob Marley. Some people are so poor, all they have is money. So I realized it was brilliant because we don't need money for the sake of money. We need money to enjoy life. So in the book, I have something called the soul profile. If you do that, that represents your values. And if you exchange your values with other people who share those values, you'll make money.
Shall we start putting in some of the other vegetables?
So why didn't we try some of this?
What do you suppose is one of the reasons people don't achieve their potential?
Limiting beliefs. I'm not good enough. I'm not going to be successful. I'm not attractive enough. These are socially programmed beliefs that you have to question because a belief is nothing other than the thought.
I was thinking about the idea of critics and criticism.
You have to be independent of critics.
Independent of criticism.
Totally. And flattery.
I like flattery, I won't lie. Is that my ego talking?
Yeah, but then if you like flattery, you'll be afraid of criticism too.
Huh.
And you'll always feel beneath someone or superior to someone, when in fact you're equal to all.
Oh. Equal to all.
Equal to all, in your potential. And you have to be fearless. You have to take the jump.
You also have a foundation, the Chopra Foundation, the Never Alone, and you do so much work in suicide prevention. What would you say is the number one misunderstood thing about suicide prevention?
We confuse ourselves with our selfies. We confuse ourselves with our self-image, which is dependent on other people. So we get desperate. Our suicide prevention program, which is neveralone.love, we actually use AI, emotional AI. So we've created this emotional chatbot, but also an ecosystem with what we call the 4 A's: attention, affection, appreciation, acceptance.
Do we put these in the hot?
Yes,
Okay.
you have to roll them actually.
Okay.
You can help me do that.
Deepak, I need to talk to your wife about your roti rolling skills.
Good.
I think they'll turn out okay. I had the heads of kitchen do a whole training with me to make sure
good.
that we did not
Yeah.
harm you. They were mostly concerned about you, Deepak.
No,
I'll
no,
tell you,
I'm
they
good.
didn't care about me.
Thank you. This is very well made, and that's almost very well
That
made.
was my fault. Okay. It smells delicious.
Yeah, it does. There we are. You'd use that.
I'll eat this one?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think is one of the issues affecting our society right now?
Food is one of them. Refined, manufactured, processed food with lots of sugar, chemicals, steroids is ruining our genetic information. and is causing chronic disease.
Shall we eat?
Yeah,
Speaking of genes,
absolutely.
this is very good. I feel like I want more sauce. Can I add it after?
Of course, you can add. Also, you can add olive oil.
Before I let you go, Deepak, what is the number one thing you want people to understand about your book and to walk away with from your book?
They have the potential to make money and feel happy at the same time.
Deepak, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for making
Thank
a
you,
sandwich
Nina.
with me today.
Thank you.